Glamlite has finally announced the products in their Saw collection. We're getting very close to Halloween though. The gift sets from makeup brands are getting more ridiculous by the year. And what is going on with Huda Beauty, and why did Sephora leak their latest product? Welcome to this week's new makeup releases. We're gonna chat about the new makeup that's been released, announced, and sneak peeked. I'm gonna let you know how I feel about these things, and you let me know how you feel about these things down in the comments. I do have a couple of juicy things to talk about this week, and I think it's time to just jump right in. I am pre-filming this one a smidgen ahead of time because actually, as you're seeing this, I am in Orlando for the Romantasy Book Con together with Ali Dawson. So for that reason, I did decide to pre-film this new makeup releases a bit. I am going to be vlogging the trip though, and I will put that up on my second channel. I do have a travel and book channel, and now that I'm traveling for a book event, the stars are aligning, it's serendipity, it needs to be vlogged. Also, this look right here, this look is filmed with a makeup product that is a holiday release that hasn't been announced yet, that isn't going to be announced yet for a couple of weeks. And why don't you let me know down in the comments, what do you think? Which brand is releasing this for holiday? So let me scoochie to the side. So we can put up a couple of pictures here. I want to actually quickly talk about the fact that the Sephora sale is happening next Friday, the 31st of October. The Sephora sale is starting, and I did film a Sephora recommendations video, and I will have that up, hopefully, fingers crossed, on Monday. But if you are Rouge, the sale is starting on Friday, and if you are Insider or VIB, the sale will start on the 4th. The code is going to be everything, and like I said, I will have a recommendations video and a haul video coming up because this is my favorite sale. I do love shopping the Sephora sale, and I had a couple of things that I wanted to pick up. I also want to thank you so much for all the support that you showed on my own brand Singe Beauty's latest launch at Monolith. Monolith wrote me back and they're like, holy bananas, everything sold out in an hour, we need a restock. So if you have been emailing me, or if you've been emailing Singe, we've been getting a lot of messages asking, is there more things coming to Monolith? Don't worry, they did purchase new stock and it is coming to them. Just takes a little time for my warehouse to pack it up and to get the customs and all of that, but don't worry, it is coming back in stock. Thank you so much for the support you're showing. I also wanted to quickly just address a little bit of a misconception on what happens with, maybe this could be like makeup knowledge section. I do not stock Monolith. Monolith buys stock from me. So they decide how much they want and what they want and if they want to restock or not. That is not me deciding. They are buying stock from me. So when something sells out, or if something is not what they want to have on their site, they can fully decide not to stock it or not to restock it. It is not up to me, it is up to them. Same as like stockists in different countries. I sometimes get questions, you need to be stocked at this retailer or in this country. It is not up to me, it is up to the store, or it is up to the stockist or online stores in that country. If there is a store in your country, maybe there's an online store, maybe there's somewhere where you're like, I would love Singe Beauty to be here, ask them to stock Singe Beauty. That is the best way of doing it. If you ever were wondering, because I do get a lot of, actually I get a lot of messages about this, if everyone wondering about that, it is not up to me, it is always up to the store. Now that we have gotten that out of the way, can we quickly talk about this CVS and MAC drama again? I talked about this briefly last week, and we were talking about this picture that somebody had took inside a CVS, and they were like, what is going on? Is MAC being stocked at CVS now? And there was a lot of questions back and forth. So many people were saying, this is fake, this is AI, the person who took the picture said it is real, and you know, I am coming with some more tea, and actually I got a bunch of comments on that video saying that you had seen this at your local CVS too. So this is definitely not fake. If it is real, if it is counterfeit, if there is like a mistake has been made, whoever is lying, I do not know, but I got several comments from several of you in last week's video saying you had also seen a MAC display at your local CVS, so it is definitely not a fake picture. This is something that is happening. Why? That's still to be discovered. Also, a lot of people were laughing at me in the comments that I didn't know that this was baby formula. Listen, I don't have a baby. I don't have a baby. I've never taken care of any babies. Also, not to be the obvious one, but if I were to recognize baby formula, it probably wouldn't be the American brand. You know, it probably would be the Swedish brand because, again, they don't look the same. I think sometimes people forget that the lived experience that you have are not the same lived experiences that everybody else had. I have no idea about baby formula. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know how to use it. I don't know when to give it. If you asked me to go buy it in store, I would have to ask an employee. I don't have kids. I've never taken care of kids. With that being said though, I think I would have better luck finding it in Sweden because at least there I know where to look. Although it seems like in the US, it's next to MAC. So maybe I would find it. Now we also have seen the inside of the new palette from Arttitude Cosmetics. This is called Submerged and it is launching October 23rd, which I think has already happened. You can use my code Angelica at Arttitude Cosmetics and get some money off. And this is like a dual toned palette with a bunch of really special shades. It's actually really pretty. I did include this in... Let me see, I did include this in the video where I had 4 indie palettes for looks. It was this one, the Gourmand Girls, I had a Glaminatrix palette, and there was also a, oh, you know what I learned with the Creator and Friends Halloween party? It's not Dee signature, it's Day Day. Day Day? I've met her, and she's Day Day, she's not Dee. I feel so silly for not knowing that, but now that I've met her, I'm like, I am rearranging my brain. It is Day Day signature. The more you know. If you missed that video, it was live, I'm thinking Wednesday? I'm thinking Tuesday? Actually, I think it was Tuesday. I am confusion. Also, I got so many questions asking if I could do something with the ColourPop and the Grinch collection, so I actually did 2 looks with that, and that was Wednesday. Keeping everything straight in my head. It's been a full week here and my brain is mixing up all kinds of different things, but this palette has already launched. It is available and it's really beautiful. If you want to see more about this, like I said, it will be Wednesday's video. This is one of the makeup items that I'm not surprised to see, but that I definitely was not looking for, and this is the shimmery version of the Single Shadows by Merit. These are not my favorite. I actually really dislike these shadows. I thought they were creasy and tuggy and patchy and sheer, and I really dislike them. There are so many things that I would prefer using over this. I just really did not like these at all, and now they're coming out in a, it says a buildable cream eyeshadow that gives a sheer wash of color. Yeah, that's saying it lightly. It's also very patchy according to me. Zero creasing or fallout. I definitely had creasing with these shadows, and these are now in a shimmery formula, and this picture looks all fine and dandy, but then we see the swatches, and I can tell you right now that I've never seen anything more underwhelming than this. I'm sure there's gonna be people who look at this and they're like, wow, you know, I don't need that super blinding, like you could see yourself in the reflection kind of an eyeshadow. I don't need that, definitely not. But this just seems very dull, to the point where I would prefer an all matte shadow, though not in this formula. Nope, not doing that. But this is just not a result I'm looking for at any point. At any point am I looking for something that looks like this. I think it is a very natural progression that Merit would release this eyeshadow in a shimmer formula, because there were a bunch of people who liked it. I will say the only people that I have seen like these eyeshadows are the more no makeup, clean girl aesthetic, there but barely not there makeup, which is beautiful, but not for me. I also didn't like the formula at all working with it. No, there are so many things that I would prefer working with over this, and I definitely was not looking for a shimmery version, and I was definitely not looking for a shimmery version that looks like this. I know I sound very harsh, and I actually think that Merit makes a lot of really good things. No. Firm no. I will be doing a haul for the Sephora sale. This will not be included. Speaking of the Sephora sale, there has also been a new release from Patrick Ta, and this is 2 sets for holiday. I actually think these look really incredible. This is the Glow and Gloss set. There is a blush duo and a plumping lip gloss. I think all of these are new shades, and I think they look incredible. I also think the packaging is limited edition. Doesn't it seem like the packaging is limited edition, like rose gold instead of the normal muted gold that they do? I think they look really good. This is actually one of those things where I'm like, don't hate it. actually kind of like how it looks. I say with my sparkly lip, pink lip and a glowy pink cheek, I actually really like how this looks. I'm putting this in the maybe pile. I might actually pick this one up. Yeah, let's put a pin in it. Can we talk about another holiday thing that literally I saw this and I was like, who's asking for this? This is the Summer Fridays, the Lip Butter Balm Vault. This is exactly the kind of thing I always tell you, do not buy this. Take it out of your basket. You do not need this. This is $220 and it includes all of the 12 full-size Summer Fridays award-winning balms, blah, 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 plus 3 limited edition flavors, bundled in a blah, blah, blah vegan leather. It means a plastic case, okay? Vegan leather, that's PVC, okay? Let's get that. It's okay to say that. Don't call it vegan leather, okay? So the limited edition ones are hot cocoa, birthday cake, and toasted marshmallow, which is just a brown, a pink, and a beige, which they already have in different iterations. You do not need 12. You don't need 12. You really, really do not need 12. These are nice. I have one. They're nice, but they're not my favorite. I think they're a little bit too liquidy to be an absolute favorite for me. I don't even know which one I have. I think I have the iced coffee one. It's nice. It's here somewhere. It's not sitting by my desk. You know what's sitting by my desk? The one from Glow Recipe. The Bingsu one. Those I like. Really, really like those. I also like the new SPF ones from the squeezy tubes from Naturium. Those are really nice, and I actually really like the Rouge ones. And the one I'm wearing today is actually from Polite Society. It's the sparkly pink. I like those too. Not that these are bad, but you don't need 12. You don't need 12. One of these, it takes time to go through. And even if you have, don't maybe you're living in a sorority house and you actually have 12 people to share this with. That's all fine and dandy, but most of us are not living in a sorority house and we do not have 12 close friends to share this with. And also 12 close friends where we all love different shades and don't want the same shade. That's also important. I just feel like these vault sets that come out for Christmas are just a waste. Unless you want and need all of this, this is not a savings. It's 12 full-size lip products. Are you going through one a month? Are you? I don't think anyone needs this. I know I sound harsh, but sometimes it irks me when I see these and they're like, it's such a savings. And I'm like, it's only a savings if you actually use and love all of them. One of the things that are going to launch at Sephora during the sale, if I'm not mistaken, the 4th of November, yes, is the new Cashmere Skin, Hair and Body Fragrance Mist from Phlur. This one is more of a skin, like a skin close scent. It's almond toned skin musk with layers of distinctive texture, blah, 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 soft floral notes. Phlur almost always has floral notes. And then there is smooth santal, balsam, a hint of sweet vanilla, grounded, creamy, subtly spicy, designed to wear close like a second skin. This is one of those warm skin smells that's going to be a little floral, a little sweet. Not the kind of scents that I go for. I love the heavy cream and vanilla smoke. Fantastic. I also really love, it's actually here in front of me. I actually also really love the Mrs. Smith one. This is the one that's green apple. It's also really nice and sweet. It's not my favorite from them, but it is very fruity and nice, and I do really enjoy it. I think it's a really, really good one if you're looking for something fresh and fruity. If I'm looking for something like this, I do tend to go for the Eden Apple by Kayali, but I bet those two together would be a really good combo, but it is a really good one. I think this one will just be a little bit too skin, like a warm skin for me. It's not what I go for. I'm still looking for that blackberry one. It was a TikTok exclusive and I don't shop at TikTok, so I'm waiting for that one to come to Sephora. Definitely picking that one up. Speaking of fragrances, another fragrance that is launching, and first when I saw these I was like, no, I'm not interested in this, but then I read the notes. This is Marc Jacobs and Murakami Daisy limited edition. 4 different scents in collaboration. I think he's a Japanese artist. I'm pretty sure he's the artist that did those very famous Louis Vuitton collaboration that was like colorful, you know, the multicolor one. This is going to be 4 different versions of the Daisy fragrance in really cute like cartoon cartoony, very Murakami-esque bottles. So it's going to be a blue, a pink, a green, and a yellow. The blue is pear, apple, orange, white peony, raspberry, rose absolute, lychee, geranium, praline, musk, amberwood. Sounds nice. Not the one I want to pick up. The pink one is going to be coconut, white peony, praline. That's probably going to be very sweet, which a lot of people will like. The green one, this is where it turns interesting. The green one is fruit. Just fruit, baskets, fruits. It's that like the thing that Samantha always says, sports, fruits. So it's going to be fruit, vanilla, banana accord. I've been obsessed with banana fragrances. That sounds really interesting. And then the yellow one, mandarin, grapefruit, pink pepper, kumquat, strawberry, raspberry, gardenia, rosebud, cedarwood, and praline. That sounds super zesty and wonderful. Those two, green and yellow, I might. You know, another thing that I might get, and I was very intrigued when I saw this. I'll try and do a little collage and put it up here so that you can get a better view of this. It is that MAC Cosmetics is doing a shade extensions of their matte lipsticks, and they're coming up with 4 new shades. It is Verve, Swerve, Unbothered, Dareem, and Hot Girl Pink. You know what? These look incredible, and the Hot Girl Pink is like a warm pink, and I'm like, am I entering this life? Honestly, all of these look incredible. All 4 shades of this look incredible, and I think I'm gonna try this. I'm hoping this one launch at Ulta. Ulta usually, if you didn't know, Ulta usually restocks the bulk of their new products on Sundays. Maybe you didn't know, now you know. Sundays is a good time to go in and check the new products at Ulta. That's when they load in the bulk of the new products. So I'm kind of hoping that these will be in stock and I can see what they look like, because I am very intrigued. This one also looks incredible. Incredible. So yeah, I think I might have a peek at those, because those shades look like something I have been looking for. It's almost giving me, you know, when the 80s, maybe you don't, showing my age, when the 80s was bleeding into the 90s. So a lot of things that people are talking about as 90s fashion, it's actually mid 90s and forward. A lot of 90s fashion that happened 1990 to 1995 looked like 80s fashion, but it was just slowly being toned down a little bit. And these look like colors that people would have worn in the early 90s, and I'm kind of wanting to embrace that. Nabla is coming out with some new products, some new skin products. It is Art of Skin foundation sticks, and they're also coming out with a contour stick. I am getting these sent to me as PR, and I am very, very intrigued. You know what? I'll put a big collage here so you can see a couple of the other things, because they're also coming out with holiday sets with the Cupid's Arrows sets, and they're gonna do a cool color story and a more pinky color story. They're calling it a rose color story. These, amazing. Some of the best eye pens in the business. Like, I cannot recommend these enough. They're absolutely amazing. They're also doing an advent calendar. So this is the Nabla advent calendar, and 12 drawers, 15 full-size surprises, because one drawer hides more than one treasure. So it's going to be 12 days leading up until Christmas, and it seems like really incredible things. Nabla makes amazing makeup. They actually gave me an affiliate code, and I've forgotten to talk about that at all. So maybe I can do like a video using those new Nabla foundation sticks, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll really, really love them. So I think the code might have been in Jeshka the same, but if it's something else, I'll pop it up and you'll see what it is. I don't think this one is in like a forever code. I think they put a time limit on it. The time limit might have been, I have no idea. I don't know what the time limit is, but if you were interested in anything Nabla, you can try this code out, and we'll see when it ends. I totally forgot to talk about this, but you know I love Nabla. It's a great brand, and I really want to try out that new foundation stick, because Nabla rarely misses. Ooh, actually, one more thing from Nabla is the lip candy oils. This is 3 brand new exclusive candy lip flavors. Blueberry, which is a translucent with blueberry aroma, Bubblegum, which is pink sparkles in it and a bubblegum aroma, and then it's Pomegranate, which is a more darker one that has a tint to it, but pomegranate. This, again, also a great formula, really, really good product, and I highly recommend trying these as well. These scents are spot on, so good. Rephr are releasing some new brushes, and these are actually out for delivery for me today, but unfortunately they're being delivered to my old address, so we'll see if I get a hold of them. I mean, I do live in the neighborhood that I used to live in before. I just have to walk there and we'll see. Hopefully they're still there. Who knows? But it is a Yosegi brush, and they say you've never seen a brush like this. It is 4 pieces of solid walnut and maple woods are preciously carved and fused together to form a one-of-a-kind handle using a traditional technique called Yosegi Saiku. It's really interesting. Oh, it is a 24 karat gold-plated ferrule. And a lot of carefully pressed 3 times for a unique brush artisan's unique shape that's practical for blush, bronzer, and powder. Seems very intriguing for sure. And then they are adding 2 brushes to the Shodo line, and it is a cheek brush and an eyeshadow brush. I'm intrigued to try these out. I mean, even though I do have a brand that does their own brushes, I still use brushes from other brands, and Rephr makes incredible brushes, and I cannot wait to try these. Another gift set that sold out really quickly last year, and it's probably gonna sell out quickly this year again. That's why I'm letting you know about this in case you were interested, because I know a bunch of people missed out last year. And this is from Danessa Myrix. This is the Mini Yummy Skin Flushed Essentials. So this is a gift set that has 4 minis, or is it 5 minis? Yes, it is 5 minis, and it is a Okay. It is 4 blushes, and then it is the radiant finish that you can either put above or use as a radiant primer. It's actually a really, really good product. Those balms do have Upsolite in them, which is a Swedish ingredient actually from Uppsala in Sweden. And it is a product, the most oil absorbent product that you can put in makeup that really helps with controlling oil. Which means that these products, especially that all over primer or balm, is perfect if you want to control oils and make sure that your makeup is staying on throughout the day. So that's one of the reasons why Danessa Myrix is just an incredible brand for oily combo gals. This one is coming soon to Sephora. It's going to be on the app. It's already available on the app, and it's launching on the platform and on other platforms today, the 24th. It's going to be $45. I will link it down below, and in YouTube shopping it will pop up. But yeah, this one did sell out last year, so if you know you wanted to pick it up this year, I would say sooner rather than later. I don't know if this will last until the Sephora sale. I never want to say like run, don't walk. I just know that it sold out last year. Maybe they restocked. I don't know. Maybe we can ask Danessa Myrix if like, do I need to wait until the sale? But maybe if you're like keeping your cool, you can wait until the sale 1 week. Maybe we'll be fine. I don't know. What do you think? I also saw this one and I was like, what? This is a collaboration between Hart and RMS, and this is a lip to cheek locket. This is giving princess play makeup, where it's like a necklace that has like a lip gloss in there. I don't know who's wearing this. This is one step further than clipping your lip gloss to your phone case, which I also would never do. But like, I don't want my jewelry to be a lip gloss. Also, I live in a humid climate. That's gonna melt straight out of there and be on my blouse. A cult favorite lip stain inside a timeless locket. 2 Charleston-based brands known for their craftsmanship and dedication to clean beauty and self-expression. Okay, sure. $250. Yeah, that's a firm no. We also have seen some new makeup from About Face. They are launching a Shimmerstick, which is Shimmerstick is a shimmer loaded cream and powder eye combo that creates effortless smoky eyes in seconds. It's one of those crayons and then those poofs that have powder on them. When was that that is like early 2000s makeup. I will say, I do love, again, I always talk about the pendulum is swinging back, old things become new again. This is just not one of those things I thought was going to come back, those like poofs that have powder in them. But here we are. Here we are. I remember having these in the early 2000s, and even back then, I could agree with myself it was not the perfect makeup application, but yeah. Back for more. We're also doing a cream shimmer stick for eyes and cheeks. Will say the color, like, options here, very interesting. It is like a reddish, almost like a red copper, and then there's almost like a silver. Again, a really interesting color range. You can use it as an eyeshadow or on as a face highlighter. Ultra shimmery finish in just one swipe. $20 each. And I also saw that they were launching some of those click sticks that they've had before, but now in a shimmery formula. Cherry Pick Lip Shimmer, High Shine and Shimmery Balm. That's really interesting. I feel like these click sticks though are really not like, again, I might say that I'm tired of those and I want to move on from that, because I keep, when you are the person who's always looking at new makeup all the time, always looking at every brand's new makeup all the time, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or tired to see the same concept come from every brand week after week after week. But as a makeup consumer, maybe someone who walks into Ulta and buys from whatever's offered in store, you will not feel the same like barrage of the same formula coming from all the brands, because it won't feel the same when you're not reading in on it and looking up on it all the time. I just personally feel that I am just very much over those click stick lipsticks, but I'm sure they're still doing very great for the brands, which would make sense why they're launching more colors. I just don't know if the shimmer formulas were ever as loved as the other glossy formulas were, but maybe I'm incorrect about that as well. But yeah, just so you know, that one is available too. I'm just not personally interested myself. We've also seen a new product from Makeup Forever, and I almost feel like this is a nudge back in the day in 2015 when I started YouTube. One of the popular products from Makeup Forever was a loose sparkly pigment, not a loose glitter, like a loose sparkly pigment. This is how we did special shades back in the day. You did not get them pressed, you got them in a loose jar, and then you had to, you know, say a prayer, dab yourself in holy water, and hope it doesn't end up all over your existence, which most of the cases it did, and it was just kind of messy. It was fun though. Listen, it was fun. I still have my loose pigments from a lot of brands actually. Do I play with them? No. Maybe I should bring them back from the makeup graveyard and do something with them. But now they are doing those special shadows, but in a cream pot instead. And I don't exactly know what this is going to be, but it says the new Artist Color Cream is here to open a new chapter of artistry. Inspired by a creative DNA, it adapts to every impulse and expression. Makeup becomes your playground. Again, I love that, because I'm here to have fun and do fun things with makeup. And if you look at the top of this picture, you can see that the pot that is closed has a multi-chrome in it. And this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that now that multi-chromes are popular again, I think Makeup Forever is going to give it a new try, but now in this new cream format instead of the loose pigment format. Because I do think that most people are just not interested in working with loose pigments in the year of our Lord 2025, going into 2026. Just don't see that happening. We've also seen a shade expansion from e.l.f. They are coming out with more of the Fine as Fleck glitter eyeshadows. These are 4 new shades. I will say, some people were comparing these to high-end eyeshadows, and I'm gonna be the one to say, I do think that a lot of times you can find as good or close to as good products from the drugstore. This is not that. This is not that wet, super sparkly, high intensity eyeshadow. I hate to be the one to say it. This is not what this is. I have 2 of them. They're sparkly, they're fine, but if you took these out of the pan and you said, is this high end? I would immediately have said no. Don't come for me, but I do think that when it comes to stuff like this, sometimes you do get what you pay for, and I don't think this formula is bad, but comparing it to the Patrick Ta, comparing it to Indie Makeup, comparing it to Pat McGrath or Natasha Nona, it's not that. They're also coming out with 2 new shades and like scents or flavors. I don't know if these are flavored. I haven't tried these, but these are their lip care like squeezy tubes, and they're coming out with a peach ring candy. We love these in Sweden. It's a peach and a cotton candy crush, which is a bright baby pink. I've never tried these, but I've heard they're very popular, coming up with 2 candy flavors. I think it's going to be a hit for them. This is not something that I need in my life, but I do understand who they're for. Even more brands are coming up on the Ulta marketplace. Again, a lot of people were expressing that they were not super happy about the Ulta marketplace. It is basically like Amazon marketplace where people can put their products up on Ulta.com. You shop them from Ulta.com, but I don't think you can use coupons or points, but I think you get points from shopping from them. If I'm not totally mistaken, you're gonna have to correct me in the comments, but you can't like use coupons on them, or they won't count for different benefits, but you do get points for your purchases, if I'm not mistaken again. But these are not held at Ulta warehouses. These are still held at the brand's usual warehouses, and they ship out from the brand's usual warehouses. I don't know how returns and stuff are like with that, because a lot of small brands, I mean including my brand, do not offer returns because it is a huge money loss, because everything that's being returned you have to throw away, and I think it's a huge waste. Instead, I just wish that people would like really think through what you want to purchase. Sometimes something is broken, of course, and then you have to reach out and be like, listen, I got this thing broken, or it's not working the way it should. And same with like Sephora. I've gotten orders from Sephora. Thing is totally smashed. I go in, I get a new one. But I wonder if the brands that are doing the Ulta marketplace have to abide by the return policy that Ulta has. There are so many things with this, and I think the thing that the people were most upset about, I'm using that word very loosely here, is the fact that it is not totally transparent or overly visible when something is stocked by Ulta or when something is shipped from the brand's website. The newest brand that I found on the site is actually Phlur. I've talked about Phlur here on my channel. I think they make high quality makeup. Not everything is up my alley, but overall I think they have high quality makeup and just really nice formulas. I think the packaging is beautiful, but they're definitely shipping from their own warehouse, which I'm guessing they have a warehouse here in the US, or they're using a warehouse here in the US. But I just wonder if they would get a more positive result if it was more obvious when something is shipping from Ulta or when something is shipping from the brand, because I saw that being the biggest complaint, that people were not, it was not fully transparent whether or not this was shipped from Ulta or from the brand. I talked about this last week. I'm interested to see the development of this and what this is going to do for brands, their reach, how they build, and also for the brands inside of Ulta. Because again, growth is the line goes up, but it doesn't always go up. There is a cap of how many people we have and how much makeup people can buy and how interested they are, and eventually there's just going to be too much. Because that is my husband and I, we don't use Amazon a lot, but his biggest complaint is there's too much. You can never find what you want because there's just too much. It's overwhelming, and he would rather just go somewhere that has sports clothes and look at the sports clothes instead of going into Amazon and just being overwhelmed by all the options. Now let's talk about the Glamlite and Saw collab. Okay, I have seen most of the products in this collection. It is actually launching on Friday. It's cutting it pretty close to Halloween, but I know Glamlite has changed their shipping and actually have really, really quick shipping now. So I don't think for most, at least US customers, it will be a problem to get it before Halloween. I will say though, it is cutting it pretty close to Halloween, but and I only say that because when we release things close to a holiday, I do see a lot of comments from people saying, I wish I would have had this for the holiday. Me personally, I never use holiday themed makeup for the holiday, so for me it doesn't matter at all. But I totally understand this perspective. Buying a Christmas themed palette, wanting to use it leading up until and on Christmas. I think that makes 1,000,000% sense. And also in the US, now living here for a couple of years, I've realized that most people attend more than one Halloween event. Did not know that until now, but now I know. The more you know, and would want to wear something like this leading up until all those events and on like those events. When I'm filming this, I have not seen the palette. I'm just assuming there's going to be a palette in here. I would be wildly surprised if there is not an eyeshadow palette in this collection. So far, all the things that I have seen in this collab have been a mirror. Again, check, they need a mirror. Makeup bag, check, they need a makeup bag. It's also a brush set, which I have never seen from the brand before. And they're also doing a blush duo that actually looks incredibly pretty. You open it up, this is really beautiful box, and there is a split pan. One side is like a warm pink, reminds me a little bit of like almost like a summer warm like pinky coral, and then there's a marble blush next to it that looks so beautiful. I haven't seen the palette. If the palette is being revealed before this is launched, which I don't know if it will, I will put that here. If you see it, you see it. If you don't see it, check the website because this collection is launching today. I do have a code with Glamlite. I haven't checked if it's still active. I literally have not. I've not heard anything from this brand for a year. And I'm not saying that to be shady, but I don't think they really are doing much with YouTubers anymore. I have not gotten any PR from them in a year. I've not heard anything from them in a year. I've not gotten a DM or anything from them. So I don't even know if my code still works, but you can try it if you want to. If the palette is pretty, I might pick it up. And if the palette is pretty, I'm definitely picking up this blush duo. That looks so beautiful. I'm very excited about that one. I've never seen Saw, the movie. I don't watch horror movies. But I'm excited to hear what you think about this. Do you think this is a collection you want to pick up? Are you excited that it is a collab with Saw? Tell me all about it. I am pretty sure that this is launching on the website and also on TikTok Shop, depending on which one you are the most interested in. But yeah, I'm keeping a pin in this because I might pick something up. And now, let's talk about the new upcoming product from Huda Beauty. These are going to be cheek palettes. It's going to be 3 different quads, and it seems like it's one quad that is like a pinky peachy quad, and then there are 2 quads that is 2 blushes, a highlighter and a bronzer, one lighter and one darker. I think these look really beautiful, and I am intrigued to be trying this one out. I honestly think the pink one looks really, what is wrong with me? Don't open that door. But I honestly think the pink one looks really beautiful. I kind of want to try it and see how I feel about it, because again, clearly I'm in my pink era right now. I'm just late. I'm so late. The train has left the station. It's been retired and we are now in, flying cars. That's how late I am to this party. But I am still very intrigued. This one was spotted inside a Sephora, inside a Kohl's. I think this is, a lot of times when things get leaked, people like shame the brand and saying like, oh, this is just a launch strategy, you're just showing this or leaking this to get hype. But trust me when I say, I think 99% of the cases when things get leaked, it's because of things like this. These stores are showing it too early, they're putting out a display, they're putting out the products, they're showing it on their website, the stores are making a mistake. It is not a launch strategy from the brand. And I say that because I've seen similar things to this happen so many times for so many different brands, and it must have been incredibly frustrating to try and have a launch strategy, and then you're working with makeup stores that clearly have staff that are not in tune with whether or not the brands have even shown this, which again, that's not necessarily their job, but it is their job to make sure that they're not showing something that is under embargo, because I know for a fact that there are very clear embargo rules on these things. So yeah, this is not the brand leaking it. This is not someone showing it in PR. These pictures are literally taken inside a Sephora store, inside of Kohl's, where somebody put up this entire display, like samples and textures and everything. So it's not even, it's a leak, but like, it's not even like anyone showing something behind the scenes. This is fully front scene, okay? This is not behind the scenes, this is on stage. I am intrigued by these though. I do receive PR from Huda Beauty. I know a bunch of you were asking me if I could do a full face of Huda Beauty. Would you like me to do that, including this one? Give me some thoughts down below. I'm open for suggestions. Should we check if there's anything new that has announced has been announced since we have been talking about all of these things. No, nothing here and nothing here. Okay, like I said, all of the information about these products, let me scooch back, are gonna be down below in the description box. Also, don't forget to check back on the videos that I posted this week. I actually have been having a lot of bugs with YouTube this week, and I'm wondering if it is affecting how it's showing my videos as well, because my back end on YouTube has been incredibly buggy. Like, I log in and it says you gained 200 subscribers, and I log in again and it says, oh, you lost 100 subscribers, and I log in again and it says this video has a 10,000 views, and I log in again and it's like, never mind, it's got 14,000. I log in again and they're like, oh, scratch that, it's 7,000. It's been so buggy and I don't know what's going on. Hopefully they didn't break my channel, because that would be a shame. There's also a giveaway on the ColourPop video in case you're interested in checking that one out. It is still open as I'm putting this video up. I hope you're having an amazing time. If you're interested in seeing me going to the Romantasy Book Con, the vlog is going to be on my second channel, always linked down below. I hope you're having a great weekend, and I will see you hopefully on Monday for my Sephora recommendations. Everybody cross their fingers. Bye.